Pandurang Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat. Damodar Brati Mataji.
Yeah, she's joining, Prabhu.
Okay. Tanya Mataji, Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Prabhuji.
Jai Ho. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatruvasya Kripasindhu Pradanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. Hare Krishna. All right. So shall we begin?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Om Jnantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saha Gana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So everybody, welcome to our Bhaktisastri session. All right, so we will continue our reading from the introductions set of teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So we are on page 13 in the old book. The para is the manifestations of the Supreme are also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Is everybody with me on that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is after Radha and Krishna are one. Why did Krishna assume form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? That particular point.
Yeah, bro. Online it is after offering respects to Lord Chaitanya. The book is little, the online version is little bit different.
Yeah, but what is the online version? Where is it?
The Veda base.
Are you sharing?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll be sharing.
So, which one did you say in? Which one? What does it start? What even in this material world?
No. The manifestations are supreme, of the Supreme. Manifestations of the Supreme.
Okay. After offering respects to Lord Chaitanya. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh yes, I found it.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's the one. So the manifestations of the Supreme are also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. After offering respects to Lord Chaitanya, Krishna Das Kaviraj next offers them to Nityananda. He explains that Nityananda is a manifestation of Shankarshan, who is the origin of Mahavishnu. Krishna's first manifestation is as Balram and then Shankarshan. And then after Shankarshan, he is manifest as Pradyumna. In this way, so many expansions take place. Although there are many expansions, Lord Sri Krishna is the origin. as confirmed in Brahma Samhita. He is like the original candle from which many thousands and millions of candles are lit. Although any number of candles can be lighted, the original candle still retains its identity as the origin. In this way, Krishna expands himself into so many lights, and all these expansions are called Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu is a large light, and we are small lights, but we are all expansions of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Does anyone know the verse in Brahma Samhita which Srila Prabhupada is pointing here? Deeparchir eva hi dashantaram abhyupetya Deepayate vivrita hetu samana dharma Yastadrikeva hi cha vishnutaya vibhati Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. So, here in this verse it is explained how that Krishna is the origin of all the expansions of the Vishnu Tattvas. I will read the translation. The light of one candle being communicated to other candles, although it burns separately in them, is the same in quality. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who exhibits himself equally in the same mobile manner in his various manifestations. Right? 5.46. Right? So, here we understand that actually Krishna is the origin of all the Vishnu Tattvas. Right? The first expansion of Krishna is
Sankarsana.
the first expansion of Krishna is
Balaram Prabhu.
Balaram. Then Balaram expands into
Sankarsana.
Balaram expands into the first Chaturvyuha. Who is the Chaturvyuha? First Chaturvyuha?
Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva.
Perfect. Then the Shankarshana from this Chaturvyuha expands into second Chaturvyuha. Who is the second Chaturvyuha?
Adisesha.
The second Chaturvyuha is again Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Vasudev, and Anuruddha. They're the second Chaturvyuha, right? And then from the Shankarshan of second Chaturvyuha comes Mahavishnu. So this way, there are so many expansions of Krishna, right? But Krishna is the source. Krishna is the original, right? And Prabhupada is explaining Vishnu is a large light, and we're all small lights, but we're all expansions of Krishna. So we're all part and parcel of Krishna. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhutya. So we're all eternal fragmental part and parcel of Krishna, right? So Krishna's expansions, when Krishna expands into various Vishnu forms, they are all called as Vishnu Tattva. When Krishna expands into living entities, the living entities are called as Jiva Tattvas. Alright? Next para. Who would like to read? Ratyadra Prabhu?
when it is when it is necessary to create the material universes, Vishnu expands himself as Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu lies down in the causal ocean and breathes all the universes from his nostrils. Thus, from Mahavishnu and the causal ocean spring all the universes, and all these universes, including ours, float in the causal ocean. In this regard, there is the story of Baman who, when he took 3 steps, stuck his foot through the covering of this universe. Water from the causal ocean flowed through the hole that his foot made, and it is said that the water became the river Ganges. Therefore, Ganges is accepted as the most sacred water of Vishnu and is worshipped by all Hindus from the Himalayas down to the Bay of Bengal.
All right. This is a self-explanatory, right? Everybody is okay with Mahavishnu? Next para. Ratyadra Prabhu, you can read 2 more paragraphs.
Slowly. Mahavishnu is actually an expression of Balaram, who is Krishna's first expansion, and in the Vrindavan pastimes, his brother in Mahamantra, in the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The word Rama refers to Balaram. Since Lord Nityananda is Balaram, Rama also refers to Lord Nityananda. Thus, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama addresses not only Krishna and Balaram, but Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda as well. The subject matter of Chaitanya Charitamrita deals primarily with what is beyond this material creation. The cosmic material expansion is called Maya, illusion, because it has no eternal existence, because it is sometimes manifested and sometimes not. It is regarded as illusory, but beyond the temporary manifestation is a higher nature, as indicated in Bhagavad Gita 8:20. Parasa tasmat tu bhavo anyo व्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातन यस सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्य नश्यस्तु न विनश्यति. Yet there is another nature which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. Bhagavad Gita 8:20. Hare Krishna.
All right. Self-explanatory, this is good. Everybody comfortable?
Prabhuji, I have a question. Lord Balram is not Vishnu Tattva, no? So,
He is Vishnu Tattva, right? He is the first expansion of Krishna. He is the first Vishnu Tattva. Second Vishnu Tattva.
okay.
Right?
So, is there any difference between Vishnu and Krishna, Prabhuji? Means I thought Balram is same as even if first expansion. I don't know where I heard. It's not Vishnu Tattva. I don't know whether.
Krishna himself is Vishnu Tattva.
Oh, okay.
Vishnu and Krishna is same.
Okay. Then
right?
Somewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said taking okay, it is Vishnu's name and Krishna's name then Lord Ramchandra's name, I don't know in what context, I don't remember, but they're all different. If you take Krishna's name once, then taking Vishnu's name and Lord Ramchandra's name, so they're not there. There is some distinction. That's all.
Yes, that is what you're talking about, is that one name of Ram is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu.
Right.
Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ram Nam Ranne. That one name of Vishnu is equal to 1,000 names of, one name of Ram is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu, and one name of Krishna is equal to 3 names of Ram.
Okay.
So that's the potency of chanting the names, right? But that does not mean that the personality, the tattva is the same. The Vishnu tattva is the same. But what happens is that the difference in the Krishna and his expansions is the various expansions, they manifest only a certain portion of Krishna's qualities. Krishna's qualities are exhibited in full in Krishna himself.
That sounds good.
And in other expansions, those it's like full moon and no moon, right? From full moon to no moon, the moon is, what part of moon we see is reducing, right? On no moon day, the moon is still there, but we are not able to see it. Similarly, in expansions of Krishna in the form of Vishnu, Krishna's is same as Krishna, but he only displays certain aspect of his qualities, certain aspect of his mellows, right? Certain qualities are displayed. Like in Maryada Purushottam Ram, we don't see the Madhurya Ras, right? So Madhurya Bhav is not there in Ramachandra. It is there only to the, it is there, but it is not exhibited to the fullest extent. It is there only when he is displaying that Madhurya Bhav with Sita Mata. But he is not performing rasa dance with the gopis. He is not having the Leela, with the gopis. So the Madhurya Bhav is in the form of Vishnu, Lakshmi, Narayan, or Rukmini, Krishna. That much. But there is more than that, right? Which is displayed in Vrindavan. So Radha and Krishna are the complete manifestation of all the bhavas, all the mellows, and everything is complete in Radha and Krishna. So while the chanting of Lord names of Lord Vishnu may not have that same effect, you must understand that Vishnu, Ram, Krishna, they are all the same person. It's just that they are exhibiting certain aspects of their qualities, their potencies in various forms. Does it make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So, like Krishna is is expressed 64 opulences fullest, right, Prabhu?
Yes.
Other expansions are like a 60, 44. Like.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yes, Prabhuji.
फोन नीचे है टेबल पे. Yeah. Okay. So all good. Mahavishnu. is the first is actually an expansion of Balram, who's Krishna's first expansion, right? So that all that is good. Chaitanya Nityananda are Krishna and Balram. Chaitanya Charitamrita primarily deals with what is beyond this material creation, right? So we have to also understand that this particular subject matter within Chaitanya Charitamrita, where the expansions that are being discussed, they are out of this material creation. You see? Dry sand, really desert. One second. And they were that's in that place. Yeah. Sorry. So, the expansions of Krishna in these various forms, right? Krishna, Balram, first Chaturvya, second Chaturvya, then Mahavishnu, right? Till that point, or even actually expansions of Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. These are all beyond this material creation, right? So we actually take this material creation so seriously, isn't it? Right? We
Yes,
take it so
Prabhu.
seriously. We think this is all, or this is all in all. This is complete life. We think like that. But actually, the cosmic material expansion is called Maya because it has no eternal existence. Right? This is like temporary. Sometimes there is manifestation, sometimes there is no manifestation. Right? So it's all like in the time period of eternality, this material manifestation has no meaning. There's only one meaning to this material manifestation, and that is that when we are in this material manifestation, we need to fix our act and go back to body. Right? So that is the thing. All right. Next para. That supreme nature. Pandurang Prabhu.
The material world has a manifested state, Vyaktya, the potential. Unmanifested state is Avyaktya. The supreme nature is beyond both the manifested and the unmanifested material nature. The superior nature can be understood as the living force which is presented in the bodies of all living creatures. The body itself is composed of inferior nature, matter, but it is the superior nature that is moving the body. The symptoms of that superior nature is consciousness. Thus, in the material world, thus in the spiritual world, where everything is composed of the superior nature, everything is conscious. In the material world, there are inanimate objects that are not conscious, but in the spiritual world, nothing is inanimate. The a table is conscious, the land is conscious, the trees are conscious, everything is conscious. Um, shall I go to the next paragraph?
Which one did you read? Because I don't have that table and all that stuff. Are you reading from?
Yeah, from the Veda-based rule is if you see highlighted by Mani Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. The body itself is composed of. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
everything is good. This para is good.
yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Uh,
Right?
yeah, I have a question on second line. The superior nature. The third line, Prabhuji, the body itself is composed of inferior nature matter. So, which is correct, but body is means we are all marginal energy, no, Prabhuji. So, so
That's the soul. The body is matter. So Krishna has two energies, right? The superior energy and the inferior energy. Which verse in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is explaining this?
Bhumi upon Alovayu.
Absolutely correct. Yes, go ahead. Bhumi raponalo vayu
Kam
khama
खम मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकारमिति यम्वे
Bhinna Prakriti Ashtita.
भिन्न
inna prakriti asthita. Wonderful. What is the meaning of this verse? Bhumi raponalo vayu khama man kham. What is it?
earth, water,
I
fire,
Fire,
ether.
Fire, all these are constituted is my
wait.
inferior energy. So,
One is missing. Bhumi, what is Bhumi?
Earth,
earth, water,
Bhumi rapaha
fire,
nala
water,
vayu
space.
air,
Yeah.
khama
ether,
ether,
ether mana
mind,
Mind,
buddhi
intelligence,
intelligence,
khama mana buddhi revacha ahankar
False
false
ego.
ego,
false ego. Bhumi rapo nalo vayu khama mana buddhi revacha ahankara itiyame
bhinna,
bhinna
bhinna,
bhinna prakriti.
bhinna.
What do you mean by bhinna prakriti?
It's inferior energy.
Inferior energy, right? Inferior energy. Bhinna prakriti astada. So Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, what is this inferior energy? Bhinna prakriti, separated energy.
All the
Inferior earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego.
bodies.
These are his separated inferior energies. Our body is comprised of what?
Okay.
all these elements.
Elements.
Yeah.
Subtle body and gross body.
Yes.
Gross body is comprised of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Subtle body is comprised of mind, intellect, false ego. Bhinna prakriti astada. Krishna is saying. Then what is the next verse? Apareyam itastwanyam. Apareyam itastwanyam. Yayedam dharite jagat, right? Jiva bhuta mahabhavo. What is that verse? Next verse? Anybody has? Bhumi. Bhumi rapo.
Well, 7.5.
Yep. 7.5. Bhumi. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param. Jiva bhuta mahabhavo yedam dharite jagat. Right? What is Krishna saying? Apareyam. What do you mean by apareyam? Apara is inferior. Besides this apara prakriti, bhinna prakriti, tvanyam, prakritim viddhi me param. There is something superior. What is superior? Jiva bhuta. Jiva Bhuta. What do you mean by Jiva Bhuta? Jivas, the living entities. Jiva Bhuta, comprising the living entities. Mahabaho, Almighty Armed One. Yaya, by whom? Right? Yayedam Harite Jagat. So there is the Apara Prakriti, inferior energy, and there is Para Prakriti, which is superior energy. Who is the superior energy?
Jiva.
The Jivas, the living
Jiva.
force,
Yes.
right?
So,
And which is what is explained in this paragraph. The body itself is composed of inferior nature, but it is a superior nature. There is Jiva Bhuta that is moving the body. Thus, in the spiritual world where everything is composed of superior nature, everything is conscious.
Prabhuji,
My
where are you reading? Where is this? In the Gita or the...
teachings of Lord Chaitanya, the same para that we read,
Okay.
right? So, there is the inferior energy, there is the superior energy. Inferior energy is in the material world, superior energy is in the spiritual world. And that superior energy, the Jiva Bhuta, the Jivas are pushed into the material world to get rectified. So we must understand the inferior energy is not conscious, the superior energy is conscious. Alright?
Suloji, thank you.
Next.
no, Prabhu, actually, brother Prabhu question is, so we are comes under marginal energy, but we actually soul is a spiritual energy, and our body is a material energy. But our consciousness, when we think this material world is everything, we are in the material side of consciousness. When we identify with Krishna like that, we are marginal, means the consciousness is how you where you stand, right? That Prabhu, that marginal energy. We are marginal energy.
Yeah.
We actually, our consciousness, depending upon our consciousness, if we are identified with, we can go this way, spiritual side, or we can go this way to the material side.
Right. That's why we are called as marginal.
Marginal. Even though we are marginal energy, we comprise of spiritual and material energy.
No. So the first thing we have to understand is that the soul, the Jivatma, the Jiva Bhutas,
Yes.
the Jiva Bhutas are superior energies of Krishna. So Krishna has two energies,
Yes.
right? The one is the inferior energy, which is the material world,
Yes.
material elements, and one is the superior energy, which
Yes.
is the spirit souls,
Spirituals. Yes.
right? So there are two energies like that.
Yes.
Okay, the spirit soul, the Jiva Bhutas. So there is the internal energy of Krishna, and there is the external energy of Krishna. What is the internal energy of Krishna?
All the spiritual
Yogamaya.
Yogamaya.
The internal energy of Krishna, which is helping and assisting in all the pastimes of the Lord, Yogamaya. And then there is the external energy of Krishna, which is called as Mahamaya. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. So internal energy, which assists in all pastimes of the Lord. External energy, which assists in running the material manifestation. Right?
Yes.
So Mahamaya is helping the living entities in time pass, and Yogamaya is helping the living entities in pastime. Right? So pastime and time pass. Right? So that's internal and external, right? So this Jiva Bhuta Mahabhava, the superior energy of Krishna, which is the living entity, is called as marginal because it can either engage in time pass or engage in pastime. There's the option of doing both. You see? So right now we are doing time pass. And now we are told that, hey, stop doing time pass and start engaging in Krishna's pastime. Right? So that's why we are marginal. But we are still superior energy of Krishna. We have nothing to do with body. So even though we may identify ourselves as the body, but still we are superior energy. It's just that we are in Maya. That's why we are thinking I'm inferior energy. Like we are so foolish. Even though we are superior energy, we are identifying ourselves with inferior energy. We are saying, no, I'm inferior energy. Krishna is saying, Arey, you're not this body. This body is going to die. No, I'm this body. But we're not the body. So we will remain superior energy at all times. We will remain Jivatmas, spirit souls at all times. But being marginal in nature, we have an option. When we engage in time pass, we think we are inferior, we are body. When we engage in pastimes, we realize that I am a spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. Is this better? Is this clear?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. So no, my question is, say, when you consider, say, this me is consist of Krishna's superior energy as well as inferior energy. How I take, Prabhu, because I have a, say, body and this soul. If you, but if the soul is identified with this body, then it's a jivatma, is like this is it's not a perfect consciousness. So so when we consider as a me, I have comprised of superior energy as well as inferior energy, right, Prabhu? But my consciousness, how it is acting, that is the marginal energy. Like I can go this, my conscious, if I take, as you said, in the past times, my consciousness, then I am aligning with a superior, Krishna's superior energy, but my conscious align with the this time pass, then I am aligning with the inferior energy. That right? Oh, sorry.
No, see, that's what I'm trying to explain. We are mixing up different definitions and terms.
Where was it? I don't.
Right? So the first we understand the definition of inferior energy and superior energy, right?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Inferior energy is matter and superior energy is spirit.
Spirit, yes.
Spirit souls, jivas are superior energy.
Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. Just I want to, because I want to understand. So you mentioned superior energy and inferior energy. So if you take a jivatma, Prabhu, this, do we comprise?
Only Atma.
We comprise both, right, Prabhu? Right now, like we are body. We have body, so we have inferior energy also.
No, we are not this body.
Oh, if you, our soul is a superior energy, right, Prabhu?
Okay. So sometimes this word energy can be very confusing, right? Because energy is used in various respects,
Yes.
right? So it can be confusing. So let us understand it a little bit better. So for example, so you are a father, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you have a son who supposedly belongs to you, and you may also have a gadget that belongs to you. right?
Yes.
Both are supposed to serve you.
Yeah.
So they both belong to you. They both are your energies,
Yes.
right? One is completely matter, even though we call it smartphone, it's matter,
Mm.
right? And another one is a living entity, right? Your son is really smart, but we may think he's dumb. And the phone is actually dumb, we call it smart, right? But the point is that your son is a living energy of yours,
Yes.
and phone is a dead energy of yours.
Yes.
Both are your energies.
Yes.
Both belong to you,
Yes.
right? So similarly, what Krishna is saying, everything is my energy, Krishna says.
Yes.
Everything is Krishna's energy. Everything belongs to Krishna.
Yes.
Maya dakshena prakriti sute characharam hetuna anene konte jagat viparivartana. Krishna is saying, everything belongs to me,
Yeah.
right? So now, when Krishna says everything belongs to him, he is trying to make a separation. And he's saying everything that is matter is my bhinna prakriti, apara prakriti. And everything that is living is my para prakriti, which is my superior energy. So he's making that separation.
Yes.
Even though the para prakriti is associating with apara prakriti,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And even though para prakriti is identifying with apara prakriti, but
Yes.
that still does not deny the fact that para prakriti is para prakriti,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, like when somebody is admitted in a mental asylum, they may say that I am president of America, but person who is actually intelligent or proper, who's not mental,
Yes.
he's not president of America. No, I am president of America.
Yes.
You're not. And then there's no point in arguing with them,
Yes.
because they'll not listen to you,
Yes.
right? So the fact remains that the Paraprakriti, the Jiva, is a
Yes.
superior energy.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
But out of illusion, the
Yes.
Paraprakriti
Yes.
says, no, I am a Paraprakriti.
Yeah.
So he can say whatever he wants,
Yes.
but he is a Paraprakriti.
Yes.
So we are speaking from the matter of knowledge, from the platform of knowledge,
Okay.
right? So Krishna is saying that I have Paraprakriti, I have Aparaprakriti.
Yes.
They both are my energies.
Yes.
Now, so this is the separation or the understanding of tangible matter
Yes.
and tangible soul. Both
Yes.
are tangible.
Yes.
And now, when we say internal energy and external energy,
Yes.
that is the environment, the realm.
Mm.
Okay. So, like I have a phone and I have a book,
Yes.
and they both are put on the table.
Yes.
So these both are energy, but
Yes.
they are in the realm or the environment of the table. They are
Yes.
seated on the table.
Yes.
I could have another table next to this table, and I could have another book
Yes.
that is put on that table.
Yes.
Okay, so this table, I will call this table, this environment as external energy,
Mm.
and I'll call that other table as internal energy.
Yes.
And the book is also my energy, and the phone is also my energy.
Yes.
So the book and the phone are resting in the external energy,
Mm.
table 1.
Yes.
They are resting in table 1.
Yes.
And another book, which is also my energy, is resting on table 2.
Yes.
So similarly, the external energy, the apara and para prakriti of Krishna,
Yes.
when they are either resting in the external energy,
Yes.
and then you also have para prakriti resting in the internal energy.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
energy is resting within another energy.
Yes.
And when the para prakriti is in external energy, it identifies itself and falls in Maya.
Yes.
And when, just 1 second.
But in Nambupadana, we are
ଥଣ୍ଡା ନା କଣ ବାହାରେ?
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I'm back. So the para and the apara prakriti are resting in the external energy, and then the para prakriti is resting in the internal energy, right? And because the para prakriti, the superior nature, has a choice to fluctuate between internal and external, it is called as marginal.
Yeah, I got it, Prabhu. So actually, we are superior energy.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
And we are always superior energy.
Yes.
But when we are in the external energy of Krishna, Mahamaya, we forget we are the superior energy.
Yes.
And we identify ourselves with the inferior energy.
Yes.
And we call ourselves the body. But that does not deny the fact that we are superior energies.
Yes. Yeah.
So, does it make sense?
Yes, Prabhu. So since as a we says energy, say superior energy, marginal energy. Then we introduced, superior energy, inferior energy, and we say marginal energy that got related. Now there is a different. As for marginal energy is start.
So yeah, so we are, because we are energy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we are marginal in nature because we fluctuate between internal and external.
Yes. Yes.
We are marginal.
Yes.
But we are still superior.
Superior energy. Yes, I got it. Now I got it.
Because we are spiritual in nature.
Yes.
We are spirit soul. Spirit is always superior to matter.
Yes.
Because spirit drives matter. So spirit becomes superior.
Yes. Yes, got it, Prabhu. Now. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Thanks.
Prabhuji, this
Question. Nice question.
Prabhuji,
yes.
This brings another doubt. How both are spiritual energy? Somewhere I also read.
Who both?
Inferior, whatever matter and the soul, both are created by Krishna.
Yeah.
So they belong to spiritual energy. So we have different understanding of spiritual energy actually. So that brings the doubt. How come both are spiritual energy, matter and spirit?
So matter is Daivihi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya. Right? So this material energy of Krishna is also Devi. It's also transcendental. But what happens is, the way we have to understand that is, when matter is engaged in service of Krishna, matter becomes spiritual. When matter is not engaged in service of Krishna, matter remains material. So now there is another dimension, right, that is being introduced here. The dimension of spiritual energy versus material energy. Right? So first we had the dimension of superior energy, inferior energy. Then we got the dimension of external energy, internal energy, and marginal energy. Now another dimension is there, the spiritual energy versus material energy. Right? So what is spiritual energy? Right? when any energy of Krishna, okay, whether it is superior or inferior, when that energy is engaged in Krishna's service or connects with Krishna, engage means service means when it is connected with Krishna, then that energy becomes spiritual energy. When any energy of Krishna is not engaged in Krishna's service, it becomes material energy. So when the spiritual superior energy, which is Jivatma, can become an agent of material energy. When we are not engaged in Krishna's service, we are agents of material energy. Right? We don't become material because we are spirit souls. Our inherent nature is spiritual, but we become agents of material energy. Right? So matter in itself is, in its core, in itself is material energy. But when matter is engaged in Krishna's service, it becomes spiritual energy. And that's why this material body, right, when we engage this body in Krishna's service, it is spiritualized. You see, so what we can understand is that the material matter, the matter which is inferior energy of Krishna, can be spiritualized, right, when it is connected to Krishna. It is spiritualized, but it is still inferior. You see, and the superior energy of Krishna is the spiritual energy of Krishna. The superior energy is the spiritual energy because it is spiritual in nature. Right? So superior energy is spiritual in nature. Material energy, inferior energy is material in nature. But inferior energy can be spiritualized by engaged in Krishna service. Making sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Or more confusing?
No.
Confused or clear? Pandran Prabhu?
Prabhuji, actually, what you said is correct. What I was just asking is whether both are spiritual energy. And,
Who
means
both?
coming from Krishna. Means
Who both?
material and superior energy. It's called spiritual because it is coming from Krishna. That's what I remember.
No.
Okay.
Because Krishna himself is saying that both are coming from Krishna, but one is Bhinna Prakriti, and when the Bhinna Prakriti is material in nature. What is the definition of material versus spiritual?
There is no consciousness to the material. It's a matter.
Okay.
No.
Okay. What else? What else?
Um, and the material is again, as we discussed, is comes and goes. Like it is not permanent.
Yeah. Matter is temporary.
Yes.
It's changing. And spirit is permanent, non-changing. Sat asat, right?
Yes.
Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah. Right? Sat and asat. Sat is eternal. To the eternal, there is no change. Asat, temporary, material. It is always changing. Right? So that is by definition the apara prakriti or the inferior energy or the matter has the nature of changing. And that's why it's defined as material. By definition, inferior energy is material. Make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Even though it is coming from Krishna, its definition is it's material. Just because it is coming from Krishna, it doesn't become spiritual. It is divine, but it is material.
Divine Prabhuji. Yeah, you're right.
It's divine, but it's material and spiritual. All right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we go to the next one? Who's reading the next para?
I will read, Prabhu.
Okay, please, Mataji.
It is not possible to imagine how far this material manifestation extends. In the material world, everything is calculated by imagination or by some imperfect method. But the Vedic literatures give real information of what lies beyond the material universe. Since it is not possible to obtain information of anything beyond this material nature by experimental means, those who believe only in experimental knowledge may doubt the Vedic conclusion. For such people cannot even calculate how far this universe extends, nor can they reach far into the universe itself. That which is beyond our power of conception is called achintya, inconceivable. It is conceivable, sorry, inconceivable. It is useless to argue or speculate about the inconceivable. If something is truly inconceivable, it is not subject to speculation or experimentation. Our energy is limited and our sense perception is limited. Therefore, we must rely on the Vedic conclusion regarding the subject matter which is inconceivable. Knowledge of the superior nature must simply be accepted without argument. How is it possible to argue about something to which we have no access? The method of understanding transcendental subject matter is given by Lord Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna tells Arjuna at the beginning of 4th chapter, imam vivasvate yogam proktvan aham avyayam vivaswan manave praha manor ishpakave bravit. I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu and the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ishwaku. Bhagavad Gita 4.1. This is the method of parampara or disciplic succession. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam explains that Krishna imparted knowledge into the heart of Brahma, the first created being within the universe. Brahma imparted those lessons to his disciple Narada, and Narada imparted that knowledge to his disciple Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva imparted it to Madhvacharya, and from Madhvacharya the knowledge came down to Madhavendra Puri and then to Ishvara Puri, and from him to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. Shall I continue, Prabhu?
I can read the next paragraph.
Prabhuji, you are on mute, I think.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was on mute and I kept talking. And I was like, why nobody is answering?
We couldn't hear you.
I was in Maya. And I was thinking, why nobody is hearing me? It was an illusion. This is what happens when we are in illusion. We think we are calling Krishna, but then we think, why Krishna is not listening? Because our mute button is on. Even though lips are moving, but the mute button is on. So many a times, actually most of times our japa is like that. The lips are moving, but the mute button is on.
Mind is on mute.
Why Krishna is not hearing? Because our heart, we are actually muted.
Yeah.
We have to unmute the heart and
Yes.
pray to Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. So yeah, what I was asking was, so what did we learn here? Like, is this para very clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Talking about the disciplinic succession.
And Vedic literature,
Or we should not
no experiment.
unnecessarily speculate too much.
So, yes, what else? Okay.
And how the knowledge actually flowed in the parampara.
वो bathroom से लो.
First, it was spoken to
उसमें
the
से ले लो अभी फिलहाल.
sun god Vivaswan, who's the
नहीं आप समय व्यर्थ कर रहे हो. जल्दी करो. ठीक है मैं लगा देता हूँ. लाओ लेके आओ मैं लगाता हूँ.
Rama.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
So
what
Bhagavad
what
Gita
is
was
it that
first spoken
what
to
is
the
it that
sun
Prabhupada
god.
not wanting us to speculate?
The authenticity of the Vedic literature.
Yeah, but what is the point that is being? How did this all start?
Started from Sri Krishna himself.
No, in this particular paragraph, what is the point that Prabhupada is trying to mention?
So Vedic knowledge is inconceivable, and we cannot understand it by experimental or by mental speculation.
So the what is the first line of this para?
It is not possible to imagine how far this material manifestation extends.
Yeah, that is the point. So the point is that this material manifestation which is being talked about is beyond our perception. We cannot understand the vastness of the material creation and the material manifestation. And that's where Prabhupada is saying that those who believe in experimental knowledge may doubt the Vedic conclusions. You see, knowledge of the superior nature must simply be accepted without argument.
Material nature.
So we cannot, we cannot question, like, even if we were to question that, okay, show me spiritual world. There's no way to show spiritual world. With our limited sense perception, we cannot see. And that's where this whole point is coming. Accept it from Krishna. Right? So sometimes some things may be very confusing, like material energy, spiritual energy, how is it all confusing? So we accept it. Right? So like that. Yes, Tanya Mother, you want to read the next para, then we will conclude. Tanya Mataji, would you like to read the next paragraph? You are on
Mataji,
mute.
mute.
Prabhuji, 1 minute, because today is Mihir's birthday, so we are just taking him, wishing him.
Okay. So we will have Mani Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
One second. One may
Yes.
okay. One may ask that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, then why did he need a spiritual master? Of course, he did not need a spiritual master, but because he was playing the role of Acharya, one who teaches by example, he accepted a spiritual master. Even Krishna himself accepted a spiritual master, for that is the system. In this way, the Lord sets the example for man. We should not think, however, that the Lord takes a spiritual master because he is in want of knowledge. He is simply stressing the importance of accepting the disciplic succession. The knowledge of that disciplic succession actually comes from the Lord Himself. And if the knowledge descends unbroken, it is perfect. Although we may not be in touch with the original personality who first imparted the knowledge, we may receive the same knowledge through this process of transmission. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that Krishna, the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, transmitted transcendental knowledge into the heart of Brahma. This, then, this then is one way knowledge is received through the heart. Thus, there are two processes by which one may receive knowledge. One depends directly upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated as the super soul within the heart of all living entities, and the other depends upon the Guru or spiritual master, who is an expansion of Krishna. Thus, Krishna transmits information both from within and from without. We simply have to receive it. If knowledge is received in this way, it doesn't matter whether it is inconceivable or not. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Wow. Should I continue the next one, Prabhu?
No. Any questions or comments on this one?
So,
Everything.
accepting Guru Prabhu, like last week I had one of my neighbor. She was asking questions on accepting Guru. Uh, then she just cannot agree to the fact that accepting Guru is Guru, because she says Bhakti is between me and Lord. Why do we need a person? So, but this one clearly answers that uh, the knowledge has to be imparted through disciplic succession. You cannot just.
Teach me how to engage in bhakti.
Yeah.
Right. It's between me and the Lord.
So, Prabhuji, this
The Lord will teach me. So Lord is teaching that you approach my Guru.
Mm-hmm.
Approach my bona fide representative in the form of Guru. That's the Lord is teaching. Right. So bhakti is between me and the Lord, but if I want to follow bhakti, the first step in bhakti is approach. If I am saying I'll do bhakti without Guru, I am actually I'm unqualified. In the pre-qualifiers itself, I have failed. The qualification to engage in bhakti is to approach a bona fide spiritual master. How can we get knowledge about something without a teacher? Right? We are saying, I will get knowledge about Krishna from Krishna. So that's just time pass. People are just wasting their time. Krishna will not reveal. Krishna is saying. Prabhupada actually once one devotee asked Prabhupada, people are saying that Krishna is talking to them in the heart. Prabhupada said, who are the people that Krishna will talk? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam vivanti. One who is 24 hours chanting Hare Krishna can claim to say that Krishna is speaking to him. If you're not chanting Hare Krishna 24 hours, don't even go there. Maya is speaking to us. And we'll be just bewildered. We'll be just wasting our time. We'll be thinking I'm doing bhakti, but actually we will be just lost. Is it right?
Yes, bro.
You're saying something, Mani bro.
No, bro. One question is like, here it says Brahma. There was like Krishna did the knowledge transfer to him from the heart. So is only Brahma the only person in this universe that ever this thing happened, or were there other instances where it happened?
Well, it is always happening, constantly happening. Krishna is giving knowledge in the heart of devotees. That's why Prabhupada is saying, right, two processes. One through Paramatma, one through Guru. So it's constantly happening. But the one that is properly noted here is one here where Brahma was given the knowledge. Right? Also, when the demigods are approaching Lord Vishnu. So message from Krishna. Let's put it like that. Message from Krishna to his devotees is coming from the heart. Krishna doesn't have to show himself and speak loudly and then through the ears you will hear. It doesn't have to be like that. When Brahmaji and all the demigods are approaching Vishnu, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, when Kamsa is torturing the people on the planet Earth, how does Vishnu give the message to Brahma? Anybody remembers that first chapter of Krishna book?
Brahma meditates on Vishnu, and then he gets the information and pass it to.
How does he get the information?
He meditates on one word, Prabhu. Tapa.
That's not this is when I'm saying when Brahmaji and the demigods they go to Vishnu.
Oh.
When Kamsa is creating havoc.
To the heart of Brahma.
So Vishnu speaks. He actually reveals the message into the heart of Brahma. And Brahma hears it in his heart. Heart to heart transmission. Right? And then Brahmaji tells all the demigods that this is what Krishna has told me. So that's how knowledge is transmitted from heart to heart. There's no need to speak.
So, it is like only by Guru we can approach Krishna, but it is also by Krishna's mercy we get a Guru.
Yes. So when we are sincere, Krishna guides us to the bona fide spiritual master. Krishna makes arrangement. But if we are not sincere, we will say, I don't need Guru. Who is saying to us, I don't need Guru? Maya.
First one.
Krishna will never say that.
Nowadays, people are scared of Guru Proof.
Reasons. One is that, that the Gurus are not bona fide. Like, one is scared of unbona fide Gurus. Number one. Number two, people are scared from Gurus because they don't want to surrender.
Yes.
That's the ego there.
Yeah. So they're saying, hey, why should I surrender? Why should I go to Guru? Because if he says something, I have to surrender. So better stay away from Guru. So one is that they are not sincere. Second is that, they have got bad experience. But the point is, one who's sincere, right?
Line cut, Prabhu, like when you ask question.
Yeah. No, I was just, yeah. All right, so I think we'll conclude here. It's 8:51. But nice discussion today. Thank you for.
I wish, Prabhu, I wish this was the first book I read in Bhaktisastri.
Hare Krishna.
It's so inspiring, Prabhu. Like there is so much information, like why we need Guru, who is Krishna, and everything. These are the fundamentals that I don't have.
Yeah. So the thing is, any book of Srila Prabhupada, right, has all these details. When we read it systematically, we get all these details in Srila Prabhupada's books. That's why we should study Prabhupada's books.
Yes,
Go
Prabhu.
in detail. Right? And we have done this actually. We did this in Bhaktisastri. In Bhagavad Gita, we came across all these things. But actually, that's why first one should read Prabhupada's small books before even coming to Bhagavad Gita. That is the process.
Right, bro.
Yeah. But that's okay. We are learning. We are all learning. We need to keep learning. Learning doesn't stop.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So much. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for taking time today and
Hare Krishna.
giving us a lot of benefit today, Prabhu, with the knowledge and everything.
So we are just sharing. I'm hearing from you and I'm sharing. So what I was saying was, even though if I'm not able to come, I would encourage that devotees on this group should continue and should read and discuss and churn, right? Should not be dependent on me. We should all do it, right?
Yes.
Like next Saturday, I won't be there because I'll be in India for a week. But I would highly encourage that we come together, 7 to 8, 1 hour solid. We read, we churn, we ask questions, we challenge each other because it's a group study, right? So we get into a discipline, it will definitely be very beneficial.
Yes, Prabhu. And then when you come back, can we ask? We'll have questions, I think.
Yeah. So next Saturday we will have Shamanand Prabhu will be with us. So, right. So we can ask Shamanand Prabhu to. We can have a session with him, and then he can join, and then he can share, and so we can have a session together. All right.
Wonderful, bro.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatruvesya kripasindrapiti pranana pavne bhyo namo Anti Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.